All right, so I am just out in my patio and I'm reading this book, Ask Gary V. And I thought I would just take this time to talk a little bit about my journey. Right now, I am just building my Instagram channel. I'm also building my Twitter account and then also YouTube. And YouTube is a beast. I have about 25 followers on Instagram and about 16 or so followers on Twitter. So I've had this account now for about 5 days, including YouTube. I have 0 subscribers on YouTube, which I know I got to focus a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing right now today. I got to make videos. I say have to. It's more, I think, part and parcel of creating a social media brand, if you will, and my brand is DOCUMENTORZ. So we are people that document our life, our lifestyle, whatever it is, on a daily basis. If you do that, you're DOCUMENTORZ with a Z. So that's what I'm building right now. I'm building my brand all around that. And the idea is to eventually not only inspire myself, but maybe inspire one person out there that is like, you know what, I don't have time to create fancy videos. I don't have time to create an Instagram account, Twitter account, whatever it is. I want to flip that over and say you actually do have time to do all that kind of stuff. You just got to make the time for it. And it does take a little bit of time, I'm not going to lie. I probably spend a few hours a day on my Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So if you wrap that all up, that could easily turn into half a day's work if you're trying to manage all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how other businesses manage their stuff by themselves, because I know it's difficult to just do your own stuff. I know that. So that what I'm trying to do is build up my own brand so that eventually I could branch out and help other people post their content on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. But in some ways, I kind of have to do it for myself first, just to prove it to myself that I can do it. I know how to do it. So my goal is to build up my YouTube channel. I'd like to get to 100 followers as quick as possible, because once you get into that, I believe you can actually change your YouTube channel to your actual name, which right now it's like 1014 dash whatever. So I want to change it to say Documentors. That way, when people follow you, you can actually they can actually find you. And then for Instagram, of course, my goal is to post quotes, encourage people to document their journey on a daily basis, because the excuses keep coming up, especially like for myself. I have excuses every single day as to why I shouldn't record anything that I do. And before you know it, another year is going to go by, 5 years is going to go by, and then I'll be thinking about, why didn't I just start recording my life? And you never know what kind of golden nuggets you can come up with. Some of it's probably going to be boring. Just like if you think about it, if you think about the celebrities, the Kardashians, the Grant Cardones, Ty Lopez, Gary Vaynerchuk, I bet you half their day is boring, maybe more than half their day, because they have to get crap done. They have to work. They have to inspire their team. They have to come up with creative ideas, ways to present their brand and build a business. Some of these people, some of these influencers are purchasing land. One social media influencer wants to buy the Jets. I won't mention his name. So they're busy doing other stuff, but they still make time to do social media. They might have a team helping them out with their daily posts and all that kind of stuff. But you better believe me that they are responsible for most of their content. And I'm sure they're probably pouring over it going, yeah, this, no, I don't like this or whatever. But they're getting it out there every single day. Now, I know Ty Lopez has backed off a little bit on his Instagram. He used to do it every single day, just tons and tons and tons. But now that he has, I think, over 1 million followers on Instagram, I know for sure he's over 1.5 million on YouTube. He's backed off a bit because he's busy building other businesses, acquiring other businesses, all that kind of stuff. So at the beginning, when you have time, why not spend it building up your brand, building up your channels, all that good stuff? Because eventually you're going to have to build your business. You're going to have to hire people, all that kind of stuff to continue producing content. But now if you hardly have any followers, there's really no excuse to not start building up that content. And that's my whole theme of this YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, is just start documenting. Don't worry about if it's good. Don't worry about what you look like. None of what you're wearing, all that kind of stuff. When it is, if it's on a Sunday afternoon, or if they say Thursday afternoon is the best time to post. I'm saying forget all that stuff. I don't even think about that. I just post. I don't care what time of day it is. I really don't care, because my focus right now is just getting content out there as much as I can. And then hopefully my content gets better as I grow. At the beginning, I understand it's going to be boring. It's going to be crappy, all that kind of stuff, but I don't really care. I don't really care if people like my videos, don't like my videos, watch them, don't watch them, whatever. I just need to get content out there. So that's my focus, and that's why I'm reading these books, as a bit of an inspiration. And yeah, so that's it for this video on a Sunday morning. It's a little bit chilly outside. Let's see, this is my backyard, and that garden there wasn't here earlier. Let me just see if I can flip that over and show you a little bit of that garden. 1 second. So this garden wasn't here at the beginning of the summer. I helped build this thing with my wife. I was responsible for ripping out the grass. So I used a knife and I ripped it all out. And then together we planted all these flowers. And my son actually helped with the dirt. He's a bit of a beast when it comes to unloading stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm quite proud of this yard. The reason why I decided to help out my wife was because I've never done anything like that before. We just bought a house last year, so we're pretty excited about this place. It feels like a bit of a bed and breakfast, if you will. We live in a small town, Cochrane, Alberta, and it's nice and quiet except for when dogs bark every once in a while. But that's okay, we got a couple of dogs as well. So I decided to help out with the garden because I got tired of watching the news. So once I stopped watching the news every single day, trying to figure out what the COVID numbers are, all of a sudden I started reading more. I started doing yard work. I just changed the brakes yesterday in my vehicle. Went and got a quote at a garage. I won't mention the name of the garage, but they're quoting me between $500 and $600 for brakes. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I said, you know what? Don't book my appointment. Let me think about it, which means I'm going somewhere else. So I went to Canadian Tire. I bought a couple of rotors. I bought some brake pads. I think all together it cost me $200. And it took me a couple of hours, and I did it. And really an hour was spent. I was missing a little adapter for one of my wrenches. So I had to go back to Canadian Tire and buy a part. Then when I got back, I found it, which is quite annoying when you're rummaging through all your tools, and then you go and buy a part, and then you come back and you find it. So I have a couple of duplicate. I have so many wrenches that are the same size. So I think when I was changing the oil, I would do the same thing. I'd go out and buy another wrench. So I have an accumulation of tools. I wouldn't consider myself a mechanic by any means whatsoever, but I have changed, obviously, my tires, my oil, my brakes, all that kind of stuff. And I probably, over the years, have saved hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just by doing it myself. Of course, that's on my older vehicle, my Buick Rendezvous. I would not dare to attempt any of that stuff with my wife's Kona. It's a 2019 Kona, and I'm not touching that. We have a warranty. If the oil change is due, we just take it in, all that good stuff. So, anyways, I'm rambling. But that's the beauty about YouTube, is you can make longer videos, and if people want to watch, they can watch. If they don't want to watch, they can click away. If you find this interesting, this channel, feel free to subscribe to it, like this video, and if you have a channel, just leave a comment below and I'll check out your YouTube channel as well. And I'd love to help you grow your channel by subscribing to your channel as well, and helping you out, especially if you only got, maybe you only have a few hundred subscribers or something like that. That's a few hundred more than what I have. So yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. I hope to do more of these, spend a little bit more time on YouTube. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.